raise the flag.
I cannot wait to see the glory that is still ahead. We've liberated our troops from divisive and demeaning political trainings. There will be no more critical race theory or transgender for everybody forced onto our brave men and women in uniform or on anybody else for that matter in this country.
This is becoming more of an historic moment, one that is going to be key and critical to members of the community because many of them right now are living in fear. They fear for their security, their safety, their mental health, and don't see a lot of hope right now. So through WorldPride and all the prides that are going to take place, not just here in the United States, but around the world, this is the year that we need to ensure that we remain visible and seen so folks know that there's a place for them, that there are people fighting for them. And people should realize.
Favorite part about, Pride Month and this year.
So I say to those, thinking that boycotting sends a message, or not attending, traveling to the United States or coming to DC sends a message. What I challenge them is your act of actually coming here, especially if it is safe and you feel safe coming here, that act is the defiance that birthed Pride and is the message that we need to show, again, to those who right now don't feel that they have hope.
Protecting women from radical gender ideologies.
Mr. President, going back to the World Health Organization, you were the president during COVID.
Kamala is for they, them. President Trump is for you.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
So the reason I'm talking about the bigger picture is because I think so much of the Trump.
We saw Donald Trump try and pit the LGBT part of the community against the T part of the community throughout his campaign, but just a couple of months into this administration, he's taken a hacksaw to rights and freedoms for the entire acronym, right? He's come after funding for HIV and AIDS research and care, which impacts, the LGBT part of the community. So I would say that Trump 2.0 has in part been defined by, the bait and switch of if you join us, if you just abandon this part of the community, you'll be spared. And then, again, lighting fire to the rights and freedoms for the entire community.
Told them we won't be able to find you.
It's extraordinary.
It is.
I think I wouldn't rather be any other place in the world but to be in DC during the National Trans Visibility March, because visibility is resilience. Visibility is resistance. When you say that we no longer exist and then we show up in hundreds of thousands of numbers, then it defies this narrative that you have that we don't exist. Listen, they can take away. We know that it will get worse before it gets better. We're not walking into this blindly, but when every single day there's something that attacks the humanity, not the identity, the humanity of who you are, it becomes very difficult to continue to go. But we have no choice but to be resilient. What do we do? What do we do other than resilience? Do we just stop existing? To calling DC1 to keep people informed about what was going on, but secondary. I think more than any other time, we need to dance in the streets together. We need to laugh together, because after it's over, it's not a lot to laugh about. You know, it keeps on coming. And so, yeah, we're just,
Since the beginning of January, we've seen an uptick in the calls that we received to the helpline. I believe that we've answered over 2,000 calls since January 20th. It's heartbreaking to hear what people are struggling with every single day. Nobody should have to navigate life in fear. And I think that that is pretty common at the moment, where because of the attacks, people are afraid to access the care that they need, number one, to navigate life, to travel. But I think that there are people like GLAAD there are organizations like GLAAD that continue to kind of meet that need and show up for community because they deserve it.
It does feel fitting that DC is the location this year. It feels fitting that, you know, in this political climate, in this moment, that we're bringing WorldPride to this city. I'm not naive about, you know, what we're up against in the White House. There is no festival or parade or rally or protest that's going to change Donald Trump's mind. He is wholly bought and paid for by the right wing at this point, and his policies are going to be his policies. The real question that I think WorldPride can help to answer is, what does the future look like? What does this country look like post-Donald Trump? What does the next chapter of our journey look like?
Our only job on planet Earth is to have children and you know, preserve your lineage.
I think WorldPride gives us an opportunity on a very large stage to tell the stories of this community, to show our community not just in peril, in crisis, but in joy and celebration, to invite people to be proud of themselves, to be proud of their authenticity. And I think that will do, wonders for the, you know, medium and long-term goals of the movement, which is to humanize the LGBTQ+ community and ultimately to fight for and win equality for all.